Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here with another Lots Games video. I wanted to share something with you guys. For those of you with last week that watched, did get all the components. This was months in the making of saving, using, everything I could to get my gaming PC all together. And I built my very first gaming PC. Now I had a gaming PC beforehand. I'll make another video about that, how I bought it from a company, but this time I assembled it. I put everything together and put all the parts together. And now this was actually a very rewarding experience. And I'll talk about this for a later video, but putting all the components together, getting everything set. To be quite honest, at first I was so confident. I was like, I'm going to be able to assemble this PC in, half hour. Took a little longer than that, but I did get it all assembled together. Everything put in place the way it should be put in place. But to be quite honest with you, by the end of it, after double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, every little input here, there, every little screw, everything, honestly, by the end of it, I was not as confident. And by the end of assembling my PC, I'm like, okay, it looks very, very good, but I am 90% sure this is not going to turn on. But you know what? I plugged in that baby. I turned it on. Not only the lights turned on, it booted up, screen came on. It was so rewarding. It was such an incredible feeling. Now, there was a problem. There was a downside. Now, here's the thing. So I'm like, you know what? I was looking at all the different options with installing Windows 10, and there's an option with Microsoft where you can use a USB device. It has to be like 8 gigabytes, and you can pre-install Windows on the device. Then when you put it into your computer and boot it up, instead of normally going into the BIOS or in the BIOS of the system, it goes to the operating system, and you can load up your operating system. And so I did that. I went to Microsoft. I downloaded the Windows 10 operating system. Like, okay, just like I said, I did a search on Google. I'm like, oh yeah, this looks right. Microsoft did it. And I installed it. And because I ended up getting a Windows 10 key. So what happens is you install the operating system, and then when you're up, it says, go ahead, use your key to activate, so you can get all the features of Windows 10. So I'm like, sweet. So everything looked good. I'm like, sweet, I can get some games installed. And I did. I downloaded some games. I was playing Crysis 3. I'm like, oh, look at how good it looks. Looks way better than my old PC with the GTX 660. Now I have a GTX 1080, an Intel 6700 processor, which I was very lucky to get from my brother-in-law. Works at Intel. So I was able to get the i7 processor for like half off, which was amazing. But what happened was like, you know what? I'm going to activate my Windows 10. And so I entered the key. This key is not the right key. Okay, maybe I missed a digit. This key doesn't work. I was like, what is this? What's the deal with this key? So I ended up going to the Microsoft forums, and I went to the Microsoft and Windows Tech Center in the chat center, and I'm like, hey, can you help me? Does my key work? Is this legit? They're like, yeah, your key's good. It's for Windows 10 Pro. Tell us about your operating system. This is what the problem was. I had done a pre-install, because when I did the pre-install, it gave me options. It said you could do Windows 10 Home or Windows 10 Pro. The Windows 10 Pro said Windows 10 Pro and then a capital letter N. N as in Nancy. And I was like, yeah, it says Windows 10 N. And they're like, okay, that's your problem. You downloaded the Windows 10 Professional Korean version. And I was like, say what? They're like, yeah, you know it. And because the thing is, when I was at the site, everything was in English. It said nothing about the Korean version. I was only picking the only option. So I was at the wrong link. Somehow on the Google search, I did the wrong thing. I installed the wrong operating system. And they're like, unfortunately, there's no way around it. You can't activate the system the way it is. There's no any type of updates, because I was trying to update the system and I was getting problems with updating the applications for Windows 10. I was like, this is weird. What's going on? It was because the Korean version. It was the Korean version. Because I even did the option where it said like, this is not a good key, try and buy it. So I did that and it wouldn't buy it because the region that I was at, it wouldn't let me. It said, we're not sure how you got to this site, or we're not sure who you are. And I was like, this is weird. So Microsoft told me, they're like, unfortunately, you have to do a clean install. Here is the correct link to boot up or to download Windows 10, your version, so you won't encounter any other problems. It was a little bit, it was quite the fail on my part. So I ended up doing a clean install, which I was bummed about. I was hitting the ground running. I was ready to make some videos. So I ended up spending the entire Saturday just going over, doing the clean install, then putting on Windows 10 Professional, the right one, the non-Korean version. And then I ended up doing my applications because for a while, you know, there was some really cool stuff I wanted to put on there. Like, for instance, EA Games or Origin was offering Mass Effect 2 for free, so I was able to get that. And then also my Steam games, put them on my new hard drive, and I've got an SSD. All certain games I want to have on my SSD. But overall, it did work out. But computer building fail on my part was putting on Windows 10 Professional, the Korean version. So there you go. Windows 10 Professional N for most countries probably won't be the best. But anyway, guys, there's my quick story. I will be doing another video very soon for you guys to show you my gaming PC. I'm very excited. It works. It's just been working very, very well. It is editing videos. Here's the thing. It is editing videos so fast, and I'll maybe, I don't know if I can do a comparison, but it's awesome. I'm able to honestly edit videos. The editing video or the rendering process for videos is cut, and it seems almost like, you know, a third of the time I can render a video, maybe even faster, which is bananas. But anyway, guys, I just want to share you this quick story of me building my PC, and there'll be a follow-up video, a couple follow-up videos to my gaming PC in the near future. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.